What if I told you this was the last Monday morning of your life? What if I told you you die this week? Would you complain about your crap job or that test you don't want to take? I doubt it. 400 trillion to 1. I just want everybody to hear this. This is the reason I'm happy 24/7, 365 for the rest of my life. 400 trillion to 1. The odds of becoming a human being. Please understand, the only person you need permission from is yourself. The second you think, oh, I fucked up and did all this, and now here I am at 24, and I'm fucking just starting at 0, you're gonna lose. Instead of saying, where do I rank in the 7.7 billion people in the world? Oh shit, I live in America? Oh shit, I'm 24? Oh shit, I'm healthy? The second you realize, bro, you're 24?
25.
Great. You know what I was doing 25? Stocking fucking shelves in this store. Let me just say it one more time if you're confused what I just said. Do you know what the fuck I was doing at 25? Stocking, not even in this store, because this store wasn't built yet, in a little fucking store underneath this floor. That's what I was doing at 25.
Yeah.
Bro, that's it. That's the answer. The answer is you're not gonna find nothing if you're still dwelling on what got you to this spot. If you actually said, oh shit, I'm 25, I can do for 5 years. I'll be a cook for 6 months. I'll be an architect for 6 months. I'll flip fucking garage sale shit for 6 months. I'll start a sneaker brand for 6. If you did that and realize at 30, after 5 years of that, you're still young as fuck,
Yeah.
then you win. I'm being serious. Like you're literally gonna live 4 more lives, 5 more, like from the day you were born that you cannot remember to right this second. You're about to do that 3 to 4 more times. You can sit. Literally, your biggest advantage is timing. For all the great things that I have in my life, I would literally give it up, all of it, just to be 25. I would give up for 17 years, I'd give up everything I have, because that's how valuable time is. And the far majority of this room has time as their asset. And every day, the number one asset they have, time, they give away by being impatient, mainly on the back of listening to society or their parents that they have to have their figured out at this age. The fact that people actually think at 18, 22, or 30, you have to have your figured out is fucking ridiculous. Let me promise you, all those parents and uncles and grandparents that push down your throat that you have to figure it out by now, they still haven't figured it the fuck out. I mean it. So this nonsense, this fucking nonsense that you have to have it figured out at 18, 22, 30. You know how many people freak the fuck out at 30? How many people are 30 right now? That was crazy, right? Like people lose their shit at 30. Like, meanwhile, they're a fucking kid. But the more that I live, I'm like, the reason I really win is because I understand time. And listen, I know I can get hit by a bus or get terminally ill. I get it. Here's the problem. That's far more unlikely for the majority of us. The math works in your favor, and we are stunningly not patient. So when I was a young kid, I made a lot of money selling baseball cards and comic books and toys. And then I started working for my dad's business, and I was making, you know, when I was 22 to 28, I was making $35,000 to $55,000 a year, but I had no expenses. I didn't go on vacations. I didn't buy fancy things. So I saved my money. And then when I had hundreds of thousands of dollars. I didn't have millions. I had hundreds of thousands of dollars because I didn't spend anything. And then I started making $100,000 a year and $150,000 a year. And by the time I was 33, 34, when I had that opportunity, I'd still not bought a home. I was still in an apartment. I was 33 years old and I was renting. And because I was saving cash to go on the offense. And I knew something would happen one day, and it did. And so when I had a chance to invest in those companies, I put hundreds of thousands of dollars, not millions, but those hundreds made millions, made tens of millions. And so that's it, nothing crazy, nothing, I didn't have any crazy advantage. There's a lot of people that make $55,000 a year when they're 23. The problem is they go to Coachella and they want to buy a watch and they want to buy a BMW, and I didn't. So I ate shit for 13 years, and then I had a moment and I struck, and that moment changed my financial outcome. So I bought Bitcoin in 2014. So I just need all of you to eat that for a minute, okay? I love showing my Coinbase to people that are like, fuck. I put in 25K. So, Marquez, listen, I think blockchain's way bigger than people realize. Like, people are with it like on a Bitcoin level, then people a little smarter on the Ethereum level. But when you understand what the blockchain is, my big thing with the blockchain is it can literally overthrow America and China and Russia. It's that powerful. It's a platform of trust, and we can do shit with each other and everybody else is out. It's so heady, man. I understand it theoretically. I haven't spent a lot of time in it, right? But I've been spending more lately. You know, there's a lot of ICOs, get rich quick, that's starting to happen. I need all the dust, thank you. I need all the dust to settle a little bit. I'm watching. You know, my favorite time is when I'm like the cobra in the grass. I loved social media like 2006, 7, 8, because I was just like creeping. I was like in there, I was watching it. Like, that's how I'm with blockchain right now. I think it's super fascinating. I think there's a lot of people that know a lot more than me, which is why I don't spit on it a whole lot, but it's big. I'm scared. I'm super scared. I'm scared because I know exactly what happens this month every year for the rest of time, or actually not the rest of time. Hopefully this will end soon, but I'm scared. I'm scared because I know that there are so many of you that graduate this month and have no fucking idea what you want to do, and that's okay. Most people don't. You should not be stressed about that. I'm actually not scared about that. I'm scared that you don't realize that you're entering the greatest 5-year window of your life. If you are 22 years old and graduating from college, if you're 22 years old and not graduating from college, if you are 22 years old, you are entering, first of all, some of the greatest years of your life, A, but B, this is the moment. Watch this video twice. If mama's watching this, send this to your daughter Sally right now, because you have to understand, this next 5-year window is when you don't go practical and safe. This is not the time to get the job mom wanted you to. This is not the time to try to maximize as much money so you can buy a fat whip. This is the time to realize that you have a 5-year window, and it's 3 for some, it's 8 for others, but this is a 5-year window for you to attack the life that you want to win, not because it's the secret or because the world's so zen, because it's fucking hard as shit out there. As a matter of fact, I'm probably more scared about your naivete to how hard class is easy, right? What you've been doing for the last 16 years is easy. It's a fucking shit game. It's structured, it's easy. The world, this thing is hard. However, that contradicts what I'm gonna tell you right now, which is this is the best and easiest 5 years of your life, because this is when you need to attack what you love and what you want to do. Here's why. You don't have all the baggage. You may have college loans, respect, it's hard as shit. You may have the expectations of your parents, mentally hard, fake hard. You may have a lot of other things, but this is exactly when you can live with 4 roommates in a basement and eat fast food. Do you understand? This is not when the baby's there. Some of you have babies. This is not when you've been married and you promised. This is not when the world has sucked out all your dreams and hopes yet. You still got this window. And yet, so many of you are so hungry for short-term gains, like maximizing the job that paid you $3,000 more, but it's not as fun, but you want that $3,000. For what? For what? For a new iPhone? For what? You get to live life one time. And this is the time right now to understand what's actually happening and actually map your behavior to something that will impact you for the next 80 years. So promise me, all you youngsters that are watching this right now in the comments, because I'll jump in and talk to you. Promise me that you understand that the land grab of happiness starts right now. That you don't have to worry about getting that job. What you should do is go and travel and learn. Go and start that business that you've always wanted. Hook up with those 3 teammates and start that band you've always wanted. This is the time to be massively risk oriented. I know that this is when you're supposed to grow up and go see the world, but guess what? The world isn't what mommy and daddy told you. The world is exactly going to be what it's going to be, with or without the way you thought it was gonna be. A ton of shit is gonna change. The world changes every goddamn day. Right now, what you need to recognize is you can afford to.